What is up, my sons? Welcome back to Chill Trader. My name is Richie, and before I get started, as always, I just want to say, do not follow any of my trades. I'm still a beginner and I'm still learning, which means I am wrong a lot of the time still. So I'm really just here to give you guys the resources that have helped me, as well as to help myself as I reflect on my day and see what I did wrong, what I did right, all that good stuff. Also, don't forget, if you have been learning and you have been doing some research and you want to discuss some topics in the comment section, please do. I would be happy to. I would be joyous to. So with that said, don't forget to drop a like if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, and if you really liked it and you want to show a lot of love, drop a subscribe. Make sure to stay to the end of the video. I'm going to be talking about the 2 new positions that I entered today, so if you want to hear about that, stay till the end. But let's get started. I'm going to talk about the XLU first. This is something I've been watching, because if you see my past videos, I've been into utility stocks lately. Thank you to figuring out the money. So today on the 30-minute chart, we had a small gap down, but it doesn't really worry me. It just seems like normal things. You know, if we go down further below this 200 SMA, that's when I might start to worry. But I really focus on the higher time frames when it comes to looking at, you know, different sectors or industries. Even on the higher time frame, you can see we are kind of high above this Keltner channel, the average true range, and we will probably cross back into it very soon, because it looks like we're consolidating, and maybe we'll see a little dip and cross back into the channel, which is completely healthy. So today I was looking at Snapchat. They just came out with their earnings, and they had a really big gap up. So you can see here they beat the revenue estimates and earnings per share estimates. So I will be looking for plays off of this earnings release tomorrow and the rest of the week, as well as Netflix also came out with earnings. They beat revenue expectations, but they missed earnings per share and subscriber base growth expectations. So I'm still also going to be looking for plays that I could play off of this earnings report. Also, Fastly, still not much going on. Kind of just moving really flat. So I'm kind of waiting till things pick up for Fastly before I do anything here. Next, JD. I talked about this in my last video. We did have a breakout today of this wedge, but volume couldn't hold in the beginning, and then over here we had the volume come up again, and we came back down to kind of retest. So it's definitely something that I'm going to be watching, but looking back on it, I don't think this was a good play for me to begin with, just because the price target was not that high, and it would have made sense if I could have a big position size, but I am not there yet. Or if I was even day trading. I don't day trade, but it wasn't there yet, so I'm definitely going to be watching this coming for the rest of the week and the coming weeks, depending on whatever happens. So now to the plays that I bought today. So let's start off with Liberty Oilfield Services. This is the one that I said has had really strong support on these trend lines. If someone knows why on some time frames you see the price action below these trend lines, but then on others we see that they are still at or above the trend lines, I would be happy to hear why this is. But on the 30-minute, we are below these trend lines, but on the day, on the 4-hour, we are still above. And this is the one that I said that had a lot of confluence around these trend lines, and now we are starting to peel off of it. So I'm optimistic about Liberty Oil Field Services. About. Also, you can see on the MACD, momentum is kind of shifting. So good signs, all good signs. Next and only is DraftKings. It's one of the riskier plays that I'll be getting into. And right off the bat, this kind of looks like a head and shoulders pattern, which is a bearish pattern. And as you can see, we did have a big drop down even from this shoulder. If it is, I don't know if this is invalidated in any way. But we did have, this was yesterday, this really strong hammer candle. And then I waited and I bought it today somewhere in the body of this candle, this inverse hammer, which looks like to me. And it kind of worries me, this candle, but I'm in it. Have not hit my stop loss. And on the MACD also, it kind of looks very bearish. But on the stochastic, it kind of looks like it wants to move up. Also, we're kind of approaching oversold territory, so I'm not too worried, but I'll definitely be keeping a close eye on it. So that's all I did for today. If you liked what you saw, please drop a like, drop a dislike if you didn't like it, and along with that, if you have any suggestions on ways you think I can improve and make these videos better, please leave them in the comments. And if you want to show us some real love, drop a subscribe. So thank you guys for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.